welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ginger. Welcome to the book club series part of this channel where we read a book by a Black author every single month and we review pages of that book every single week, and by the end of the month we review the book in its entirety. So hi guys, happy November. We're gonna be wrapping up the book of last month, which is Feeding the Soul by Tabitha Brown. So we're gonna go straight into this. This is a beautiful body of work. Tabitha literally outdid herself. It's amazing that when she revealed in the book that she wrote this during COVID. It's just a masterpiece. This is a book I will always find myself going back to for inspiration. It's just timeless, you know what I mean? The amount of wisdom that comes with this book is just amazing. So I know we left off at chapter 21. From 21 to 30 was 30 chapters. Man, I could say one of my favorite chapters, the remaining chapters of this book, was chapter 26. It's called Get It Clean. You can fall, but you can rise also. And basically she talks about the lesson is take care of your stuff. It's important to, you know, not to just look good on the outside, but to be good on the inside. So that way, no matter what happens in life, if anybody tries to use anything against you, you have done the inner work that you'll be better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. You know, and I thought that was such a beautiful lesson, and that's something that we desperately need to work on these days. It's something that, you know, was a reminder for me that, you know, especially with the work I've done in my life, I've done a lot and I still have a long way to go. There's no greater feeling to really get to a place in your life where you accept and love yourself despite your flaws. You know, a lot of times we just focus on the good parts of ourselves and try to like ignore what may need fixing or working through, and there's just nothing like doing the work, like doing the inner work. Like no matter how hard or how gritty it may be, it is all geared to fulfill your purpose. You know, that's what I got from this chapter. So very, very glad that she shared that. There was also another part that I liked that she shared about that was so relatable. She said she used to work as a CNA. I used to be a CNA before I became a tech and eventually became a mental health associate. She described in the book how there was a scene when she was a CNA and she worked in a nursing home, and she would go into the bathroom and cry sometimes and say like, this just can't be my life, you know, is this it, you know? And I think we all have those moments where we have and I think this is in the chapter where, you know, it talks about like just, you know, just moments being very temporary, and wherever you are right now, whether you're struggling or whatever place you may not feel comfortable, or you feel like you may not be in a position right now in your life that you live life to its fullest potential, and you may feel like you're just very stagnant and you're never moving. Just because you may feel like that doesn't necessarily define where you're headed or where you're supposed to go. It's just a simple chapter in your story, you know what I mean? And when she had mentioned that, just something as small and detail in that was so relatable, because I know back in my days as a CNA, I would have moments like that where I felt like, yo, is this it? Like, is this my life? Like, yo, God, like, what happened to all the visions you gave me when I was young? What happened to all those seeds that you planted inside of me? Like, is this it, you know? And granted, I'm in a much better place in my life. In those days, I now appreciate so much more. Actually, I never thought I would miss that job, because it is a very hard job, okay? It's not for the weak, all right? So those days, man, it just helped me build character. And moments like that where you're working jobs where you feel like you don't want to be there forever, and you may feel like, damn, I may be stuck. Those jobs play such a vital role in your purpose. You have no idea. And like the blessings that usually come down the line in your life, and in my case, that specific experience led to many blessings. I just thought it was just very relatable and very cool that she mentioned that part of her story, especially as a CNA, because You know, it's hot out here. Okay. um, but yeah, I just really, really appreciated that part when she said that. Another part that I also admire is when she had shared a recording of her mom. I thought that was such a sentimental piece that she shared with us, and I'm so honored that she shared something so dear to her heart, something so like sacred and personal, you know, like your mom that passed away, and you have her recordings, and to share that with the world, and to make sure that the world knew her name, you know what I mean? Like, I just thought that was such a beautiful part of this book. For the most part, I read the book out loud, like to myself. I didn't necessarily need the Audible. I'm gonna always mispronounce it, guys, so I do recognize in my previous videos that I try to, you know, with the Audible app, I'm just always, it's always gonna be either Audible, so just bear with me when I pronounce certain names and certain words. It's just a little difficult. But with the app, I used to have to use it for every single book that I read because I have a hard time just concentrating for a long period of time. I have a very short attention span. But with this book, I was able to read without that. I specifically wanted to use the app towards the end of the book because she did mention that she used her mom's voice in the last chapter. So I was like, oh, okay, I want to hear this, you know? So when I played that part, when I played the audio for that, it just made this experience reading this book that much better, and I love it. And God rest your soul, Patricia, which is Tabitha's mom's name. I'm just amazed at Tabitha's love for her family and how she honors her family so well. And that leads to another part of the book that I also admired the most, that I compared to one of my favorite books, which is called The Spirit of Intimacy, where they really emphasize the importance of community and having a tribe, and how that really plays a big role in your purpose. When she had talked about that and emphasized about not only her blood family but her extended family when she moved to LA, and she made like a family out there with people that she met. It was one of the most important, I feel, moments in the book that she mentioned the importance of having a tribe, especially when it comes to facing life challenges. You know, a tribe is important. Overall, this book is just amazing. 20 out of 10. I feel so honored to have come across this book and just come across the unlimited amount of wisdom that comes in this book. And it just came right on time, okay? I am so proud of this woman. She's amazing. I feel it in my spirit that you are meant to be here, especially during this time in this life. With all that being said, y'all, highly recommend you reading this book. It doesn't matter what walk of life, it doesn't matter where you come from, what age you are. I feel like this is appropriate for all ages. And this will reach anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, you will get something from this book. Amazing, amazing quality work. Tabitha, I don't know what are the chances, again, if you were to ever come across this video, just know I love you. You're amazing. You're such an inspiration in this world, and this is a beautiful body of work, and I am just honored to continue to watch your journey and to see the many more things, the many more gifts that you have for us. And yeah, just, you're amazing, girl. Keep it up. Keep doing the damn thing. You doing it out here, girl. Doing it. So I do have November's book of the month already, but I'm not going to share that just yet until next week. I wanted to give some time because I also have to film a lot of content for one of my other channels, so I don't want to spread myself too thin. So next week on Monday, book that we'll be reading of the month of November. So with all that being said, y'all, Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video.